Hello friends, today we will study the last lesson from class 12. Please like, subscribe and comment. These questions are all the previous year's questions that have come in the final exam. Please study hard. So let's get started. Very short questions for 1 marks. Let's try. One number. I started for school very late that morning. Who is the I here? It came in 2012. These yellow ones are the previous years mentioned here. Answer. The I refers here to little Franks. Question number 2. What did M. Hamel do when he wanted to go on a holiday? Answer. Whenever M. Hamel wanted to go on a holiday or for fishing, he just gave his students a holiday. 3 number. Why was the lesson called the last lesson? Answer. It was the last lesson as an order from Berlin came that only German would be taught in the schools of Alice and Laurent from the very next day. Question number 4. What had been put up on the bulletin board? Answer. An order from Berlin that German language was to be imposed on the people of Alice and Laurent was put up on the bulletin board. Next, number 5. What did M. Hamel write at the end of the class? Answer. Vive la France. Question number 6. What did Franks think for a moment? Answer. For a moment, Franks thought of running away and spending the glorious day outdoors in a more pleasurable manner. Now 7. What was written in the new copies brought by M. Hamel for the students in a beautiful round hand? Answer. The words France, Alice were written in the new copies brought by M. Hamel for the students in a beautiful round hand. Number 8. What is the name of the blacksmith in the last lesson? Answer. The name of the blacksmith in the last lesson was Watcher. 9. What is the name of the river mentioned in the last lesson? Answer. The name of the river mentioned in the last lesson is Saar. Number 10. Who is the writer of the story The Last Lesson? Answer. Alphonse Daudet. Now it's a short answers for 2 marks. Let's try it. 1 number. It will be a little longer than the previous one. 1 number question. 1 number. Why did little Franks want to spend his day out of doors? Answer. M. Hamel announced that he would question his students on participles, but Franks had not prepared his lessons and had also started late for school, so he feared a scolding from his teacher, M. Hamel. Moreover, the warm weather, the bright day, the woods, open fields, and chirping of birds amused Franks a lot. Hence, he was tempted to run away from school and spend his day out of doors. 3 number. What was the commotion that Franz anticipated in the classroom? Answer. Franz anticipated the usual scenario on reaching the school. There used to be great bustle, which could be heard outside in street. The opening and closing of desks, lessons repeated in unison, very loud, and the teachers' great rulers rapping on the table. Now 4. Why was the lesson called the last lesson? Answer. The lesson was called the last lesson because an order had come from Berlin to teach only German in the schools of Alsace and Lorraine. As the new master was supposed to come the following day, it was the last French lesson of the old master. Now, question number 5. What had been put up in the bulletin board? Answer. In the bulletin board of the town, an order had been put up that had come from Berlin that German language was to be imposed on the people of Alsace and Lorraine, and only the German teachers will teach German to the French-speaking population in the school. Question number 6. What was France expected to be prepared with for? Answer. France was expected to be prepared with participles that day for school, as Mr. Hamel had said that he would question them on participles. Next, number 7. Why did France want to spend his day out of doors? Answer. France had been very late for school that day. M. Hamel said that he would question them on participles. Franz knew nothing about them. He was thus scared of a scolding from the teacher. To avoid all such troubles, he wanted to spend the day outdoors. Now, question number 8. Why did M. Hamel not blame Franz alone for his inability to learn? Answer. M. Hamel did not blame Franz alone for neglecting his studies because there were many other young as well as old Frenchmen who could neither speak nor write their own language. Instead, he blamed the parents who prepared their children to not go to school but to work on a farm or at the mills. He also blamed himself because he often gave his pupils a holiday or asked them to water his flowers whenever he wanted to go for fishing or on a holiday. Question number 9. Will they make them sing in German? Even the peasants? What does this sentence suggest? Or the same question? Franz thinks, will they make them sing in German? Even the peasants? What could this mean? Answer. When Franz heard the peasants cooing, he suddenly feared that even they might come under German control. He thought the birds spoke French too, so the new rule might affect them as well. Franz felt sad, thinking the sense would be hard for the birds just like it was for the people. Question number 10. What words did M. Hamel write on the blackboard before dismissing the last class? What did they mean? Answer. Before dismissing the last class, M. Hamel wrote the phrase "Vive la France" as large as he could. These words mean "Long live France" and spoke of M. Hamel's great love for his country and his deep sense of patriotism. 11. What would Franz love to do on that sunny morning instead of going to school? Answer. Franz thought of running away and spending the day outdoors. He wanted to enjoy the bright day, the chirping of the birds, and the drill of the Persian soldiers. He was tempted to run away from school. 12th number. What, according to M. Hamel, is the great trouble with Alice? Answer. According to M. Hamel, the great trouble with Alice is that its inhabitants kept on procrastinating and put off learning till tomorrow. Now question number 13. What would Franz love to do on that sunny morning instead of going to school? Answer. He would love to spend the day out of doors. He would love to seek birds' eggs or go sliding on the shore on that sunny morning instead of going to school. These questions have come several times. Only the sentence have sense. Only the types of sentence have sense, but the question is same. Question number 13. Why did M. Hamel wrote Bibla Franz before dismissing his class? Answer. M. Hamel wrote Bibla Franz before dismissing his class in the short story The Last Lesson by Alphonse Daudet as a gesture of love, respect, and pride towards his country. Now 14. What changes came over Franz after he heard M. Hamel's announcement? Answer. Franz found out that M. Hamel could not teach him French anymore because only German was going to be taught in the schools. This news changed Franz's attitude towards his teacher and school. He regretted that he had never learned his lessons properly. Now question number 15. How different on usual was the atmosphere at school on the day of the last lesson? Answer. The order from Berlin caused some changes in the school that day. The entire school seemed strange and solemn. The villagers were sitting on the back benches of the classroom quietly to thank M. Hamel for his 40 years of faithful service and for showing their respect for the country. M. Hamel also had put on his best dress on that day, though it was not an inspection or prize day. The order from Berlin also brought a sense of repentance for those who, in spite of having time, didn't learn French properly. Question number 16. What changes did the order from Berlin cause in the school that day? Answer. The whole school had a serious and sad atmosphere. The children were quiet. The village elders came to the classroom, and M. Hamel wore his special outfit. Number 17. How did Frank's feeling about M. Hamel and school change? Answer. Frank's feeling about his school and teacher changed after learning that it was the final day of French lessons and also M. Hamel's last day. He realized he might never see his teacher again. Now, thank you. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and share with your friends. Okay, bye-bye.